Hey, hey, hey. What's up, LLC Nation? How's your Saturday morning? This is your girl, Miss T. Y'all, guess what I got for y'all? Remember the last video when I told you I was working on my cartridges and filling them for my DTF? I did it, dog. It did have a couple of problems, but mind you, this is the first print. You got to kind of, tweak your colors and everything. But, I did it. I'm so happy right now. Mind you, I think it was like 3 days when I made, 2 to 3 days when I made the last video, and I did it. That needlessly to say, if I can do it, y'all can do it. Anybody can do it. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, but nobody here to help me. None of that. I did it myself. I did it myself. I did it myself. Oh my God. When I tell you, I literally started screaming. Because I'm saying that because I had some complication. When I put the quartz in, filled it with the white, did all of that, you know, um, I thought it was just gonna print and we was gonna make something. Nah, that wasn't the case. By it being a used printer, I guess it was things that I was supposed to do and this, that, whatever. Maybe I was supposed to flush the lines. But I just wasn't doing all that. That was too much. Because I would have to have 2 sets of cartridges. The cartridge already running 150 for your refillable ink cartridge. So no, I definitely wasn't doing that. So I actually thought about if I could work with the original cartridges. Um, something, I'm willing to experiment. I mean, there's nothing I can do with them as long as you keep your chips. Always keep your chips on your original cartridge. I wouldn't ever even buy a printer if it don't have the original cartridges because that's going to add up to be so much more money. So, especially for these bigger, wide format printers. I mean, oh my God. But, I did accidentally touch it in 2 places, as you see. Because when it started printing out, it printed out like that. And I was like, oh my God, it's not enough color. It's faded. It's because you're looking at it when it comes out, it literally comes out like this. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to go and adjust it and maybe I'm going to have to do a couple of more head cleanings, because it's just not giving what it's supposed to give. I went to grab it. Like I said, that one ran, but I did that and that because I literally grabbed it with my hand. Once I grabbed it and looked up on the bottom and seen that color, dog, I knew I had done something right. I have to look at my logo because this is what Living Legacy stands for. Let me get up close. I don't know if I ever told you how we got the name. Basically, I wanted to do something for my grandkids. I'm not gonna be here forever. Me being sickly, it's just lets me know I'm not gonna be here. I mean, mind you, anybody can, go before me, but it just scares me. it just scares me. And I wanted something. Now, mind you, I don't know. I got this guilt trip. Um, I did this for the girls, and mind you, it is about 5 to 6 more girls that should have been in this picture. I reached out to their mothers or fathers and asked for pictures, and I never received them. So I went with what I had for the oldest ones, because those are the ones that be here. Those are the ones that I've raised. But I didn't get the pictures from the other ones. So that's why they're not here, because I got like 15 grandkids. And it really makes me feel bad, and maybe I can go back and redo it after a while when they get older, and the mother's not on the BS. Then maybe I can do something different, because just one thing about it, when you have boys, you cannot control their baby mamas. You really got no control over anything. If they say you can't see your grandkids, that's what it is. Cause trust me, I've been there, done that. Um, but I am working on something for the boys, because I did feel bad about the boys. I didn't want to, so I guess I could have mixed it and put it all together and made the boys. But when I originally started with this and got the name, I was doing cosmetic, like eyeshadows and all of that. So I'm actually still doing that. It's just I put a halt on that because I wanted to start this. Um, so what I'm gonna do is still use my machines to make what I need to brand my eyeshadow palettes and all the things that I ordered. So I wanted to do like a Living Legacy 2 with the boys. And it'd have maybe a picture of me and the boys. I hadn't figured it out yet, but tell me what you think. Tell me what Do I should I just put all the boys by themselves, or because that's me in the middle? That would be me. That was a picture. I All these images come from a photo. I basically gave my graphic designer a photo, and I mean, to me, we looking like we looked on the photo. So I mean, it was cartoonish like, and I kind of liked it, even though I'm older. And everybody was like, "Oh my God, do you really want to?" You know what I noticed? More and more I touch it, the more I'm messing it up. I have not put the powder on it. I have not cured it. I have not done anything but print it. So actually, I'm looking at how I'm scratching it, all of that. Um, because I just wanted to come. I was just so excited. I just wanted to come over here and show my legacy family, what I did, and just let you know that all is not lost. Um, Even though I come on here most of the times, and um, I really haven't started the crafting because I was trying to, from the car to then, I was broke down. My house was just in disarray. I was trying to get my life back together. I was trying to kind of start. I'm OCD, so I can't go on unless my area is clean, and I'm trying to break out of that. But as we know, people could be mean and people could be people, and um, we're not talking about nasty, dirty now. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about maybe a cup on the table or something like that, that I'm not drinking out of. Because of course I'm always gonna have my because I don't eat much. I'm a drinker. I can go all day without eating and drink. Maybe that's um, why my health declining. But I don't know. I'm just a drinker. But and then I went through a stage where my arm wasn't working and didn't have anybody to go and fix my food, and so I just relied on liquids, whatever. But this is amazing. I don't know if I'm gonna like the DTF. Mind you, DTF is not for everybody. There's no shade or discouragement towards you. I just know if you're not committed, DTF may not be for you. I actually love sublimation. Only one thing I don't love about sublimation is you can't sub on everything, and eventually technology is changing, so eventually that would change. I'm like 95% sure of it. They will come out with something. But until they do, I mean, of course they got the hacks and everything. But you got certain people arguing that that's not true sublimation. I mean, I don't care if it's true sublimation. I just want to be able to do what it do. But if you're trying to sell something, you have to make sure that it's the best quality. So don't just go out there and start, throwing something on something just to get it sold. Do your wash test, do your print test, um, to make sure to see how long it lasts. Your name is basically all you got, and when you mess that up, you really don't have anything else, especially if you're trying to stay in business. Um, that's the reason when I got burned up in the fire, I had to make the worst decision I feel like in my life, choosing not to, you know, do decor on the level that I was doing it. My body just wasn't the same. Mentally, my mind wasn't the same. Um, so I didn't want people to think, because I was one that was always on it. If somebody messaged me before the day was over, I was messaging them back, at least responding. Um, but it got to a point where I was so screwed up in the head, and believe it or not, I'm still going through things because the car accident brought another trauma, and I'm, but I'm not giving up. That's what I want you to understand. I don't want a pity party. I'm not giving up. Never. That's not who Miss Mary made me, you know. Um, and I'm proud to be a strong woman. I really am. But sometimes you get tired of being strong alone. And if you got a backbone that's strong with you, baby, you can accomplish anything. You can accomplish anything if you don't have that strong backbone. It just will take more, take more effort. And it's good to have family behind you, and that's something I don't have, is family and friends. But I've told you before, don't depend on your family or your friends. They your worst enemies, you know, majority of the time. I'm not gonna say all the time, because I've seen some people that got some wonderful families that jump through hoops for them, that go over and beyond. I just wasn't blessed with that. And I don't really know why and understand what I did wrong, because my kids had everything. Um, they had cars at 14, 15 years old. And believe it or not, if I can give you a word of advice, in my opinion, is that's not the way to do it. Um, I guess we try to give our kids what we didn't have. In the process, it doesn't build character. It doesn't, make them out of, adults that's go-getters and have a mind frame as they're not going to give up. It handicaps them, in other words. And if I can do it all over again, you know, which I did realize this a long, long time ago. Um, but by the time I got two graduated and had bought cars, the other two I didn't want to make them feel any kind of way. So I kind of had to do the same thing, because I didn't want anybody to feel like they wasn't loved, or like I did something different. Um, but if I was to do it all over again, um, which, don't get me wrong, love is something they always will show. I used to get up in the morning, You know, wake them up for school. I love you. When they get ready, I get up and, you know, fix them some coffee and turn on the news while they was getting ready for school. I spent time with my kids. We travel. We used to go to the museums and in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we did things. The zoo in Louisiana, um, in Hattiesburg. I definitely gave quality time. Maybe too much. Maybe I think maybe that's I pushed them away because I smothered them. It's just I didn't have that love from my mother, and by me not having that love, it's just I did the most. I did the most, but I would do it again. I would do it again. That part I don't feel no type of way about because I would do it again. You know, that's what's wrong these days. There is not enough love for kids, I think, you know. But let's get back to this DTF. I know y'all probably like this woman here. We don't know what she gonna talk about today. But I think it's just so hard to come on here sometimes, and maybe I need to do the blog thing as well because it's so hard to come on here and stay focused and um, talk about one thing and one thing only. You getting the love and to know your YouTube family, and getting to know you is getting to know something about you. Um, I'm an open book, you know. I'm an open book. I'm just gonna say that. But let's get back to this DTF. I have, like I said, if it don't be cured and your pot is not on there, it will continue to mess up. I want you to see, none of that was just there a second ago. See how I'm steady my hand? The ink is literally coming off the transfer paper. So that's why it's so important that you do your powder, you do your curing by putting it up under your heat press or whatever heat system you have to cure it. But basically, I come to tell you I did it. I did it. I did it. So now the next thing is to, you know, um, I want to start doing some game sheets for my sublimation because I got to keep that. I can't be messing with heads and all of that kind of stuff. So we got to keep that running. And mind you, I got to go to these and start trying to unclog the heads and all of that. That's the bad part about buying so many printers. The maintenance on all of them. And if they're not used, then you got a problem. Um, but I wanted to do the assist system with those, and I did it with one. And every time the cartridge go back and forth, it did something and messed my head up. So therefore, it has to be fixed. Because I just get tired of putting that ink in them cartridges. Them cartridges are so little, and I had to climb all the way up there like I'm Jolly Green Giant trying to get the little bitty cartridge in. No, that ain't what it said. So we got to do this system. But I got to try to figure out what I'm gonna turn each printer into. We got our big 24 inch right here. We're gonna leave this sublimation because it don't have 4 channels. Then we have our big 24 right here. It has a definitely got to be DTF. This got another one behind it, the 5170. It's a 36 inch. I want to say 36 inch. But it only have 4 channels too, so I gotta have an eco solvent. Um, then I guess I keep one, which I got a big 6 inch in there for a banner. But it's HP, of course, and I'm just not. I don't like HP. But maybe for just the banners and everything, it's okay. But those cartridges are $150 a piece, and I have 8 to buy. So, and I can't seem to find the refillable cartridge. So if anybody have the refillable cartridge for the Z6200, please let me know. Or if you know if the Z6100 would still work for the refillable cartridge, please let me know that, because I thought the company got the Z6100, but they're telling me no, it's not gonna work. I'm like, well, 61, 62, why not? But maybe that's not how it worked. But but we gonna keep on keeping on, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, we on a slow takeoff, and we talk about some of everything. But when your girl get in the groove and figure these printers out and figure out what and how and when and where, I promise you the content is gonna be to die for. To die for. So, with that being said, remember to stay blessed, stay loved, stay inspired. Because remember, family and blood don't make somebody love you. So, I love you. Stay safe. Stay working. Stay crafting. And let's get it. Let's get these views up. Let's get these likes up. And let's do what it do. Because Miss T got you. Like I told you before, we're gonna do the crafting and we're gonna do the decorating part of it. I got too much stuff and I haven't sold it yet. I had a 3,000 square feet building with tons of throne chairs and all of this. So until I decide to give that part of my life completely up and sell it, we're gonna do something with it. We may do some little events here, some little events there. But I'm trying to come up with something where they decorate their self. Since I'm not able to do it, but I can still use this here for them. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't got the vision. So, stay blessed. Go do something on your Saturday. Go and go enjoy it. You've been crafting all week. Go get your break. Go take your break. Because we've been up since crack of dawn. Ain't did nothing, but we've been up since crack of dawn. I love you. This is Miss T. And remember, I'm just a legend building a legacy. One sublimation and one craft at a time. Peace.